This is a awesome fun road to ride. Last stop before the observatory, miles away from where I'm standing.
My solo ride to explore Mt.St.Helens volcano.
Mt.St.Helens National Volcanic Monument. Beautiful river. Very nice. North Fork Trout River thing. Cool. Bigfoot Interpretive Center. That's funny. This, I believe, Highway 504 is the main road there. Very cool. Wow. Amazing valley. And it's at the top of Mt.St.Helens. I think it is. Wow. Okay, I don't know what this is. Can I turn in here? Retreat center. No. I don't think I can. No, and it's closed. Mt.St.Helens. Wow. I'm assuming that's it. Look at the pretty trees. Something smells good. Wow, that's beautiful. I pulled over hoping to get a view, but yeah, I can't really see much here. Walked back to the bridge and got a shot from there. And changed my GoPro battery. Cow Creek. I'm not sure if it's the blackberries I'm smelling or what it is, but something smells really good. Wow, gorgeous views. Forest Learning Center. Oh, this one's open, good. Went away.
I'm at the Mt.St.Helens Visitor Center, not at the top yet, but partway there. And there's Mt.St.Helens over there. And yeah, it's hot, hotter than I thought it would be. That's actually okay. There is a river. I'm assuming that's a river because I got filled with lava. And Mt.St.Helens erupted. There we go. And now it's elk viewing point. There's supposed to be elk down there. So I'm going to go check out the inside of the visitor center. But the mountain is what I came here to see. A volcano, I should say.
I didn't see any elk in the field. They did have a life-size statue in the bushes. The visitor center is at the west edge of the blast zone. The mud flow went down the valley to around where I was at the beginning of this video. Some rocks made from the explosion and rocks made from volcanoes.
Leaving the Discovery Center for Mt.St.Helens, and in front of me is Mt.St.Helens. Pretty amazing. Mt.St.Helens erupted in May of 1980. At that time, I lived in Victoria, British Columbia. We could feel the house shake, and our first thought was it was an earthquake because earthquakes are common here, and volcanoes blowing up or not. Wow, that is pretty amazing. Trying to stay out of their way. Amazing.
At another viewpoint on Mt.St.Helens. This is a awesome fun road to ride if you have not ridden it. There you can see where the lava came down. I'm not sure if the mountain, and I think it's barely visible in the camera up there. I'm not sure if that's Baker or not, so I'm going to try and find that out. But there's a larger mountain behind, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, so the lava came down, and then St.Helens. And yeah, gorgeous area. And looking the other way, it's even pretty. We have the mountains and the trees. So there's my bike. Hi, bike. I have to get my bike.
The other people that had stopped at the lookout saw me trying to get a photo and offered to take a photo for me. Always meet such lovely people on the road.
Very pretty.
At Mt.St.Helens, at one of the viewpoints, I think I have one more viewpoint or something to stop at before I'm at the top. Not sure. Wow, that's just amazing. almost looks not real. It's so cool, amazing, and panoramic. It's very wild. All right. Yeah, I could like just stay here all day. Very cool. The gentleman at the visitor center was telling me they do not have the roads meeting. This road that goes on the front of Mt.St.Helens to the road that goes to the back of Mt.St.Helens. There's I think 3 roads that come in to the volcano area. I should say not into the volcano. And they do not meet because the ground is too soft, is what he was told. And they cannot build roads there. The road on the south end, I guess it's the south end, which I was calling the backside of Mt.St.Helens, is pretty bumpy and wavy. And I guess that's from what he was talking about, the soft ground. Just the ground's moving too much. The road is a little bit like a wave, which is fine on during the day if you go slow. But yeah, I wouldn't want to ride that road at night. Some of the bumps are kind of big. Well, I guess you could ride at night if you rode really slow. You might hurt your bike. Return to the lake is really soon.
Last stop before the observatory, which is the last stop at Mt.St.Helens. And there's, assuming, a fish that keeps jumping right there where you can see the water. There is a boat launch here, so you can take, I believe, just non-motorized boats on this lake, which is the kayakers. But there are also big signs saying stay on trail. If you're walking, stay on the trail.
Wow, around the corner and giant volcano. Pretty cool. Okay, second to last lookout. I think I said that before. But yeah, this is too cool. Definitely gotta stop everywhere. Wow, look at that mountain. Volcano, whatever. It's really tempting just to ride on this path. But yeah, obviously gonna behave and not do that. Wow, yeah, Mt.St.Helens is huge. I didn't actually see how far away we are from it, but we're not super close. Elevation 4,000 feet. And it is hot out today. It's 83. I really did not expect it to be 83. Panoramic view, I'm thinking, at the top. Amazing.
I found out it is Mount Adams. It is behind me there somewhere. Can't see that quite now. So yeah, not Mount Baker, Mount Adams. And at the summit lookout for Mt.St.Helens. And there's Mt.St.Helens. Mt.St.Helens is about 6 miles away from where I'm standing. So still 6 miles away, and it's that big. So yeah, huge. It erupted in 1980 in May. I was in Victoria, and we had ash raining down for about a week. Let's see right up here.
The volcano before and after eruption. It's very impressive to see how large this volcano is and how it has changed and is still changing so much area around it. Mount Adams peeking over the ridgeline. There are a few hikes you can go on from this location that go around the side of the volcano. Some of these hikes are quite long, and I didn't want to take the extra time. The river and valley below Mt.St.Helens continues to change. The rivers have changed and the trees are returning.
At Mt.St.Helens, volcano over there. Pretty cool. So, yeah, walking back down the mountain or back from the lookout down to the parking area. And I think over here, looks like there's a forest fire. So there was earlier a forest fire north of here, northeast, west, I forget exactly. So it looks like there's another one south, which is what's making the view of some of the other mountains not so visible, which is really too bad. It's nicer on a clear day.
I am leaving the observation area at Mt.St.Helens, riding down the mountain. Goodbye, Mt.St.Helens. I did all the lookouts on the way up. The trees on my right in the middle mountain area, I can kind of make that out, are laying down, and that is from the blast of the volcano. They were logging at Mt.St.Helens. They still are, this area. And they did take out what logs they could after they got blasted down. The gentleman was telling me that the ash on the logs was wrecking the chainsaws. So they had to put something on the chainsaw. And I'm not sure why those ones were left there, if they just couldn't access them or not logging or what. There's a couple of areas on the mountainside where you can see the fallen down logs. I should say fallen down trees. They were trees. The grass is a pretty golden color. Mt.St.Helens, beautiful. I did these scenic views on the way up, and they are gorgeous and definitely worth stopping at. But because I've done them, I don't need to do them again. Beautiful. This is beautiful. The river. Very nice.
Hit like, subscribe, share, and add a comment below. Click the notifications bell and you'll be notified for my next videos as I continue riding south. Thanks for watching. Follow me on social media.